gonna find you like a needle in a haystack.
First of all, thank you for inviting us into your world.
Thank you, you're welcome.
I want to interview people who have dedicated their lives to humanity, and they have, gathered different information from different cultures, from different backgrounds, and consolidated them to today's world, and that they have reshaped, reformed, in order to reteach what has been taught in the language of today. Each time we saw each other over the years, it was always the same question. So it's like, what are you interested in? What do you want to do? Well, how do you see things? You know, we kept on talking about these type of questions, and it's the questions that we ask ourselves. But when you verbalize it, it becomes concrete and it becomes real. So, and you draw that in people, you know, in conversations that you've been doing and putting people together. And so it's the very humane aspect that you're working with.
When I encounter someone, you just see how rich and how open things can be. And everyone, I mean, even me, we are stuck in our thoughts. And the only way for me to unstuck and to open the gate, it's two elements. The first one is to act little by little. It's really to try slowly with joy what we believe we could like. And the other element is to always find other people to do it with, because togetherness is the only answer to thoughts and to infinite question, because we wake up every day with so many things that we could do. We have so many desires, we have so many fantasies. We never know when it's a fantasy or when it's just a legitimate desire. So it's true that whenever I meet somebody that is in his mind, I want to do that, I want to do this, the first thing I always do, okay, tomorrow let's do one step together. You want to do that? Okay, I'm going to call a friend that can help. Tomorrow morning we do a little step together. The second I say that, you feel the person filled with excitement and anxiety. It's like, oh, I mean, really? I mean, I thought I just wanted to do, I'm not sure I want really to, and then it's already amazing, because you already opened the gate to understanding. Because now you're not anymore in a fantasy that will never ever have a solution or a movement. You open the gate, and then the person will feel those two opposite feelings, excitement and fear, at the same time. Am I really fit to do that? Can I really do it? Do I really want it? It's already done. You've already answered and fulfilled the first step. And when you do, and what is important is when you do that, is to really reassure the person about the fact that we're just doing one step. We're not putting all our money in it. We're not changing our life for it. Because if you do that, the fear element is so huge that in fact it destroys the project. And just by doing that, it just shifts everything inside, and you begin to learn so much about yourself. And it's so faster than being in your mind thinking, what should I do, what I shouldn't do, what should I do, what I shouldn't do, what are my values, what is my goal. This is so tiring. It takes so much energy, and it doesn't go anywhere. While acting just makes you grow super fast. If, and this is what I try to help people with, if you accept the fact that you can act and decide that it's not for you. You can act and decide that you realize that it's even something a bit different. Everything is changing, but the most important is our perception is changing. Mm-hmm. Maybe life has always been the same and is always the same, but each one of us growing up changed the perception. You see more stuff and less stuff. You dare more on some level, you dare less on other levels. You understand, you feel that you are something on one level and you don't feel that after. So when you shift so much, it's important to take that into account. So I'm really in that positive understanding of project and fulfillment, saying the only way is to embrace what is, what make you feel right, and that will change through the years. While the reality is you have to be more open to what is, to just try to make the most of it.
To be.
Yeah, to be at the moment you are. That's a long sentence. You have to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you're actually doing therapy through action.
Actually, it's an action therapy. It's not. It can be musical. I mean, musical therapy. When I bring people to a music studio and we play and it's non-musicians. What I love is so I bring 5 people and they do not play music, and they come and sit, thinking that it's gonna be crap. They're gonna be like an awful session, because no one of them plays music, and one of them is in front of a guitar, the other one in front of a drum and a synthesizer, a bass and a mic. And then I ask them to do just one note, each one of them, but to do it together. And in 10 minutes, people that doesn't play music, in 10 minutes, do a real song. And a simple song, rock song, with 1 or 2 notes, but together. And you realize how it really expresses in real life all I've just said. Mm-hmm. You can't do it. It's 10 in the morning. You cannot do it. You're not a musician. It's 10:30, you're with 5 unknown people that you don't even know, and you've just recorded a song. Why? Because you acted, you were present to what is, listening to what is going around, and you are with others. And I love how art can express all those elements of interaction, listening, watching, being present, and being with others and creating. And acting. Art has that real power. Acting, togetherness, trust, confidence in the fact that doing one step is good. It does bring enough for you to do it.
But it touches a piece of you, basically. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it doesn't mean it has to go into a full-bloom career, as you say. It just touches a piece of you, and you just have to accept that as is.
Exactly.
Instead of, as you say, projecting. If I'm gonna, touch a musical instrument, I have to become a musician.
Absolutely.
Or if I love music, it has to be my own career. No, you just you enjoy it, and that's it. You enjoy it. You make some noise together, as you say, and
exactly.
you integrate what you have lived.
Yeah, you integrate and you try to find what seems to resonate, and what seems to be stressful and doesn't fit, and you recalibrate. You fine-tune to just go through that journey. And you do it on different levels.
But it's just the joy of the moment. We lose the joy of the moment. We don't know what it is. You're happy, and you're like, as you say, what's next? I'm happy now. I have to. Maybe it's like a drug. I need this fix. I need the second planning in order to make me really satisfied now.
Yeah,
but
it's the fear of the next step. So
it's either we go too fast, or we get stuck in where we are.
Yeah.
From different codings, I guess.
exactly.
Different way of being.
Yeah. So in any case, too fast or too slow or stuck, it's the fact to be able to celebrate.
And if you do this with a friend like you, it's easier because you put things into perspective.
Absolutely.
You just don't, you may have these impulses that may be coherent with the moment, or impulses that are projections that are too complicated to deal with. Absolutely.
So for me, I always take that image of mirrors. A mirror. A mirror show what is. So there is a mirror and you can see what is. And for me, a person can show what is. When you put 2 mirrors face to face, because it does a ping pong, it shows infinity, because it never stops interacting. And when you have 2 people face to face, it is infinity, because you say something, I interact, you say something, I interact, and this creates something amazing. The more you're open, the more it's amazing. And I can see with some people how far it can go, and with others it stops because the people just block the system. But never ever one person can do that by itself, or by herself, by himself. So
talking to the mirror, double mirror.
yeah, I'm talking. No, I tried it. I was talking to. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I tried it a few years. I just changed my haircut. That's the only thing I had after 2 years of talking with my mirror.
Because when we come back to your movie, you took singers or potential singers or people who liked to sing but who were a bit timid about going forward, and they developed and evolved into being comfortable professional singers. Yes, which is your strength.
Yeah, but my strength was to help them discover that element. And
has there been people that you couldn't go through with, that cut you off, or do you select people that will eventually actually be able to?
To be honest, anyone with whom you just need to have people that have some room for dream, or some room in their mind for change or discovery. But nobody is as close to that experience, to live something interesting, to find who they are.
If there is someone next to them in the journey together with them.
Yeah.
Because if they're alone, that stays, it's like a hamster in spinning.
This is exactly the good image. And but the point is to stop being in your mind, because there is no air. You can do it for 10 minutes or 1 hour, but then act and find somebody to share with. And I really believe that in the coming years, this is the rhythm we need to have. You believe in something, you just try it, you don't put too much pressure. If it's still okay, you keep one more step. It's still okay, one more step. It's still okay, and one day you decide if it's okay or not.
Let the velocity go and go with the flow, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we tend to somehow say, okay, maybe we need to unroll the ball to stop it. And then it becomes more difficult to let it roll again. So you're saying let the velocity of the ball take its form and shape, and it will go where it needs to go.
Yeah, if you want to stop it, you stop it and you go somewhere else. But you do not stop the velocity when it does work. When it does work, it's a gift. When it's a gift, you celebrate it, you embrace it, and you push it. It's not the time to be lazy. When you had the chance to have touched something that is okay for you, that does resonate with you, you just don't add again beliefs and pressure, but you just push. I'm talking about pushing something that is rolling. I'm not talking about, holding a building with your arm. It's just pushing something that is rolling. So when it resonates with you, you do it when it feels right. Roads are millions of ways. The point is to try to find the ones that make us feel proud, happy, fulfilled, and because it will be easier and better.
There are two problems in the way we are in our current day and age. One of them is we don't know what pleases us anymore, and we don't know how to listen to ourselves.
Yeah, so that's why my answer is whenever you have a beginning of that everybody has. Whenever you have a feeling that this may be good or a desire, just the day after act.
But someone can come and confuse you with it. Say, what is this? Or, you're not good at this anyhow. You can hear all these type of things. So how do you not listen to that?
Do you feel right while doing it? If you feel right while doing it, you try to make it understandable and receivable by others. But the first step, so again, let's not push it. While you're doing it, you feel that it pushes something inside you that resonate and you're like, yes, I meant to do that. I want to do that.
How do we know? How do we know that that's the thing that, you know, like makes you jiggle or makes, you know, like, or there is just a bit of light in the thing inside of you, you know? Because how do you know that it's what you're meant to do or that you're taking joy? And it might be, as you say, we have to maybe accept the fact that it might be a short run, but that short run also has a richness that is being added to you. So on two levels, like how, you know, people that are so cut off from what they want or what they feel, that how for these people, like what can we say to these people?
The first thing is what you just said, is that you add some richness just by doing one step. When you believe that this is already enough, that changes lots of things. Just saying that by doing it with someone, it added something in you, it's already enough. Because there is not one thing that makes you. There are things. You are a mother, you're a friend, you're a sister, you're a daughter, you're an aunt, you're an artist, we are so many stuff. You're a woman, you're so many status. We're just adding all those elements to each other to make something nice or something viable and joyful. So if you're looking for the answer and the miracle, okay, don't play the game. It's not possible, because all those elements, and that's why I'm calling it wisdom or with. We are so many things, and sometimes you feel inadequate in your job. I mean, I don't know what you're doing as a job. Sometimes it's by adding something to it that you begin to like your job, your day job. It's because you had not enough something else that the day job, you wanted the day job to give you everything. So I meet so many people that are unhappy because they think that one thing should solve everything. But you have your, again, friend life, love life, family life, art life, spiritual life. There are so many. What I'm saying is in every field. I'm just saying that you can do little steps and feel that you learn something about yourself and you feel some joy, and it's already an achievement. But when you begin to do it in different elements, it's like it's a game where you do it a lot. I mean, on lots of levels, and it brings something. The togetherness of it, the sum of it brings something right. If you believe that there is one way, one answer, and I mean, I'm not the good person to talk with first, and the world we're living in now has so much potential that we can try so many things and discover so many things that it's completely it's not our time to think about one thing. We are in a moment where we are multiple things. So it's not by being multiple frustrated that it's good. It's each time try to improve, and that the only things that make us, make growing up nice, because you have more and more good friends, you have more and more understanding of who you are, you have more and more places where you reveal yourself, and this is the only. This is why it's nice to grow up, you know.
So we just have to see as humans that we are not three-dimensional, but that we have many, many, many facets that are not seen physically, but many dimensions that we need to consider.
Absolutely, yeah.
And which makes these facets, which makes the color of life, basically, and the
Absolutely.
tones of life, and the variety of life.
We're giving so much freedom and openness with no tools to manage it.
Exactly.
It's more by experiencing with someone something and to see if it has a point and to keep on that track and do it on so many levels that at the end you feel that you're approaching a good zone of a mixture of elements that composes you that seems to make you feel right. and it's a complex game. It's not, but it's a fun game.
And one must play.
Yeah, you must. Because if you don't play, you lose.
Without play, game over. Yes, time ran out and game is over.
Exactly.
Rami, thank you for being
Thank you.
yourself. No.
No, thank you. I'm happy to be one of the first one to begin your.
No, thank you.